Let's say you like the look of the Mercedes A-Class, but a hatchback isn't quite posh enough for you. Well, this is the CLA, and it's a saloon based on the A-Class, and it's not only more stylish, it has a proper saloon boot, which is actually, when you open it, a lot bigger than the boot that you get on the normal hatchback A-Class. Now, I will admit that the opening isn't the widest, but it does go back a long way, and if you need to carry really long items, then watch this. You can fold down the seats, so yeah, you could fit your skis or a snowboard in there. Practicality inside is good too, thanks to a range of useful cubby spaces, just like you get with the A-Class. Speaking of which, the CLA has the same dash design too. Equipment is pretty good as climate control, Bluetooth, USB for the stereo, and rear parking sensors all come as standard. The CLA comes with a raft of safety equipment. There's 7 airbags in here. I've got a system which can tell if I'm starting to fall asleep behind the wheel. There's another one which will provide added braking assistance if it doesn't think I'm braking hard enough, and another which can tell if I'm getting too close to the car in front and will warn me. I think I'm getting too close to the car in front. Yeah, I better back off. Now, safety equipment is all well and good, but what does the CLA feel like to drive? Well, the engines, I quite like them actually, though I don't think there's any need to go for anything other than the 1.6 litre turbo petrol in this CLA 180 because it's smooth, it's quiet, it's quick enough, 0 to 60 takes 9 seconds, and Mercedes says it will return 50 miles per gallon. Other than that, the seating position is good and the car steers, stops and corners well enough. There is one thing, it's that whenever you go over a bump, the ride can feel a little bit jarring, and that's on the comfort suspension. I mean, you probably noticed the camera shaking around a bit more than it does in some of our other reviews. The ride's especially bad if you go for the sport suspension, and I don't think the trade-off in comfort is worth the marginal increase you get in handling. Okay then, what are the other things that I don't like about this car? Well, rear visibility, that's pretty poor. I'm going to say it as well, that screen, I liked it when it first came out on the B-Class, but I've slowly gone off it. There's far too much bezel to screen ratio, and actually the screen itself is just pretty low def really. Those graphics are so blocky, they're almost like on my old Commodore 64. Then there's the automatic gearbox you can get with this car. It's a 7-speed dual clutch system, and really, Mercedes should go and have a quick word with Audi about how to build one of those things, because yeah, the one in the Audi A3 is far better. And a lot of people might want to go for the CLA 220 diesel of this car, and quite frankly, it's pretty expensive. It's pretty much the same price as a BMW 320d, and that's better to drive and bigger. You see, there's a price to pay for that cool looking sloping roof. You have to duck down to get underneath this ridge, and when you're in, you realise that there's absolutely no headroom at all. I wouldn't want to go particularly far like this. It's not comfortable. I think the only person who'll be fine back here is someone who's only about 5'4.5". It's a shame really, because legroom is actually pretty good. But that's the thing with the CLA, it's compromised. But then people are willing to make compromises to drive such a stunning looking car.